Good morning, guys. This is John with One Big Impact. I wanted to show you today's project is actually putting wood seats inside Lucy, the boat. It's a 14-foot aluminum V-hull boat. Got a Briggs & Stratton motor on it. Trying to get her lake ready today. Got the registration and everything. So what I'm doing here is I've started to remove all the seats, and they're extremely dry rotted and everything. So first of all, I got a piece of cardboard, cut it to the dimension, which is 12 inches of my seat from here to here, and then I actually slowly rubbed up, I scored it with the back side of my razor knife, and it actually kind of left a nice little mark on there. I just ran the cardboard inside there up against the side over and over and over. It made a nice little gray mark, if you can see that. So I just cut right up against it. Now it sits flush. That's where I'm going to want my line to be, so I can get that angle. I know the measurement from here to here and from here to here, but the only thing is I need to actually get the radius here as well. The radius is going to be obtained by using the cardboard cutout. So this is Project Lucy, trying to be lake ready tomorrow. So we're going to give you updates along the way. Just stay tuned and enjoy. Thanks from One Big Impact. Okay, little update here. Having to take out all the old wood, and I'm realizing along the way that the bolts are quite rusted in there. So if you can see the little remnants there, what I'm doing is using the bullnose nail poppers. You might call them something different. I used a 20-year-old piece of PVC, thanks to my neighbor John, suggested it, and the bullnose. So I dig them out, like so, around there, because if you look real close, they're completely rusted out. You could drill them out, but you don't want to waste good drill bits on it. So this is the way I'm doing it. I got my pieces set up over there on the wall with my templates waiting to be put in. This one here is just about ready, I think. Just snap off. So you get it around there, like so. I have to dig it out some more. All around there. Dig it out real good. More of a head you got on there, more luck you're gonna have getting it out of there. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to do it all with one. Of course, if you want to do it on a higher budget, zap a grinder on the bottom side there, and you're done. But I didn't want to mess with the stability and accidentally, go through the sides, waste grinding blades. A little bit of elbow grease goes a long way. Give you an update in a few minutes. This is the Project Lucy 14-foot aluminum V-hull boat. By the way, a little tip: do yourself a favor and put the foam back in before starting to put the seats on. Otherwise, you're going to have to rip it back off. Alright, a little update on the project here. We got template A. See how it's snug on the side here. pretty dang close. We're gonna go a little bit extra, a 1/16, maybe an 1/8 extra, and then we can sand it to perfection. So that's gonna be B right there in place. Got the arrows just so I know it's this side. There's C. Notching out for anything on the cardboard that you need. If you can see that. Trying to keep that radius. And then we got D right here. And on this side. We'll go a little bit further, of course. Get an idea of where they're going first. Sand it down to make it look as good as you want. So, alright. And we're going to be ready to cut soon. We're going to always remember, measure twice, cut once. And just so you know, a little tip, shop back the heck out of your boat if you're pulling seats out of there, because they're going to be all dry rotted and it's going to be a mess. A clean and safe working environment is also a productive work environment. Thanks, guys. Also, just another quick little tip. My first seat is in the front of the boat, and it's going to be named template A. So I put a couple A's on there. The next one in line is going to be template B. Mark that. And C, D, and so on. Just so that I'm in order and I'm not cutting the wrong sizes for the wrong seats. Okay, just a little heads up. Kind of an idea of what I did here would be the boat has a natural bow out coming this way. See how it wraps around. In the back it's going to be skinnier, and then towards the middle it spans out. So this one, my board was actually had a longer measurement on the back side. This one's going to be the opposite. It's going to be a longer measurement on the front side. So you got to make sure and not use too much of your board and putting your jigs the right way. Over here I had to flip it over, and then always mark off what your X is. May not be particularly important because this wood's so much smaller, but if you're using a full sheet, and then on this side you're going to be able to, I'm going to get my 54. Alright, just a quick little update. Second one went pretty easy. We have D and C in. I'm trying to do the widest ones first. That way if I screw up the piece of wood, I can always use it up there on A on the small side. Therefore, not wasting wood. Doing this all out of a piece of plywood. It's exterior grade, and I actually got it on sale. It was normally 37 bucks at the local hardware store, and I actually got it for 8 bucks. It was 70% off because it had a chipped corner. I ended up yielding the larger piece to use as a sawhorse stand to do my project. So, you know, this is all kind of budget minded, DIY on very little cash. Got my friend John Holgram helping me. He'll be back in a little bit. You'll see him on the video as well. Alright guys, and we'll give you an update in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Okay, to say the least, in Arizona it's a wee bit hot right now. We're in the monsoon season. So, a little update, a few things I've done. Actually got these 3 completed, and to get a lake ready, I'm going to wait on that front one just for stability purposes. It's kind of what was there, so I'm going to do that when we get back. I mounted this seat so that I can operate from there, and how I did that was actually just had some bolts sitting around, drilled a hole through there, drew a little guide, didn't stay right on it but pretty dang close, and then every one I put a screw. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Looks like I need one more there. And you're probably wondering, well, how the heck did you get to that? All you got to do is flip the top open and go straight down through there. Put a screw there for extra mounting stability. And then I'm able to turn my seat around and operate from there. So, what I'm doing here is actually clamping this so that the rail here is going to be in line, and it's not going to be in or out bowed. So I'm using these clamps here to make sure everything's in line, making sure I'm clamping both sides. And then I'm going to take a marker, and there's existing holes on the bottom side, and I'm going to go to the marker to the holes, and then I'm going to just make a dot in 2 places on one side, and then as well 2 places on the other side, just tapping a marker up inside there just to get a dot. I'm going to take it off, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to take it over there and drill holes in it right where those marks are. It's a little bit time consuming. I'm going to have to take all the clamps off, put all the clamps back on, but that way my holes are marked where they need to be, not just randomly. You know, we want to keep the structure safe, sound for all of us. Alright, and we will give you some updates as we go along. Alright, just a quick little update. Second one went pretty easy. We have D and C in. I'm trying to do the widest ones first. That way if I screw up the piece of wood, I can always use it up there on A on the small side. Therefore, not wasting wood. So good, the boat's holding water. I got my Lilith, got some music, there's some sunshine off in the distance. We ain't going too fast, but